Welcome to the Hear and Heard podcast. I am your podcast host, Emily. I want this to be a safe space for all women to tell their stories, grieve the hard parts, and celebrate themselves. Thank you for being here.
Welcome to the Hear and Heard podcast. I'm here with Kendall. Thank you for being here.
Yep.
Yes, we have kiddos in the background, so extra noises, just deal with it. That's motherhood.
Yep.
Okay, so you had 2 home births.
Yep.
Tell me about maybe start like finding out you're pregnant with your first and early pregnancy, kind of thinking about home birth, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, so actually I took a doula class in 2022
Okay.
through Doulas of Duluth.
Okay.
So after that point, I don't want to do a hospital birth at all.
Yeah.
Like, we're fully for home birth. I don't care what we're doing. We're not doing a
just
hospital birth.
Yeah, okay.
Which is fine because my mom only had hospital birth, but my mother-in-law's more holistic, but she had high risk. So she would have if she could have, but both her sons, they needed help.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so that was always the plan for me. And being a doula, I'm like, I can advocate for you in the hospital.
Yeah.
I never done it yet,
Yeah.
but I very much more, my opinion is home birth is just, if you're not high risk, I think you should do a home birth.
Okay. Yeah.
So that was always my mindset going into it. And then we got pregnant like a year and a half later.
Okay.
And that's the plan. I don't know how that necessarily works, but I was like, I literally did all the Instagram looking how to be the most prepared I could in the situation.
Yeah.
So then I found my midwife, and she was my midwife for both my births.
That's so sweet. So was your husband on board right away?
Yeah, his
Okay.
family's all more holistic mindset of
Yeah.
like, I mean, if you need medical attention, go for it, but I mean, why not try the holistic stuff?
So there's no convincing. That's
Yeah, on his side, it wasn't an issue necessarily, and I also went to the hospital up to 20 weeks, just like get all the tests anyways.
Okay.
Like, for my midwife, you couldn't go to her until you're 12 weeks along anyways. And I found out 4 weeks with both of them.
Oh yes.
So I was like,
started right away.
well, and also the women's care center I went to, they do ultrasounds. So I got 2 ultrasounds each for free for both.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. And I got to bring my mom to one of those
So
2
cool.
and just chilling.
So cool.
Yeah, so that and then hospital up to 20 weeks with both of them just to get all the tests done.
Okay. Did you see an OB or a midwife in
Both.
the hospital? Oh, okay.
Because I didn't really pick necessarily a provider
matter.
because, because from the beginning I'm like, I'm doing a home birth, but I'm gonna be safe and know all the things. If something's wrong, gonna get the gender through them, all their ultrasounds.
So did you have those conversations within the hospital system, or did you just kind of play it off?
in the
drop off?
in the beginning with my daughter, it was more, I kind of hit it in the beginning more so.
Hey, that needs to stay there.
More so just kind of like, I'm doing this, and then by 20 weeks I'm like, I'm ending care, I'm going midwife.
Okay.
And they're like, okay, so if anything happens, you can always come back, but you don't necessarily get to choose who your provider's going to be, especially if you're going to have to come in for your birth. It's just whoever's there.
Yeah.
With my second one, I kind of told them from the jump, and I requested more midwife. But I know kind of the hierarchy in the hospital is midwives aren't the top dogs, basically.
Yeah.
It's the OBGYN. So I knew that going into it too.
Yeah.
I went to Essentia for both my pregnancies just because that's where I've grown up going.
Yeah.
So it's just easier, familiar, all that.
And all your information is in there.
Yeah. Yeah. But with my midwife, she actually liked to go through St. Luke's one.
Your home birth midwife?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, it just, I think they are easier to transition, and they're a little bit more okay with midwives.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but now she's moved out of the state. So if I were to have another one, I was going to have to pick someone else.
Yeah. Okay.
But
so tell me about the process of finding your midwife, interviewing her. Did you also hire a doula?
we kind of call her our church midwife because we've had people in our church. They're more like the holistic homeschool type of people.
Yeah.
So actually a couple people in our church had already used her as a midwife. So it was like
Okay.
recommendations already.
Okay. Cool.
And I wanted more of a Christian doula, not more of just the holistic other kind of things.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that was kind of a priority for me. So I was just looking through the website, and you can kind of tell from the websites,
Yeah.
pictures and what they say about themselves.
Yes.
What I wanted So that's basically how I picked her, and we kind of just talked over, I think, text mostly until we met her at 12 weeks.
Okay.
And it was further along with my second, just because timing of everything. She was on vacation, so I didn't see her until like 22 weeks. Second time.
Okay.
But it wasn't like I was missing appointments. I went to all my appointments leading up to that at the hospital.
So yeah, is that you? Do you see yourself? Oh,
We're a little shy.
that's okay. That's the age, the stranger danger.
Well, he's almost 1.
Oh my god.
Couple weeks.
Oh, how fun. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's talk about maybe preparing for the home birth, like supplies, all that type of stuff, and then kind of early labor, getting into things a little bit.
Yeah. So I was what you call over prepared. If I had 2 bassinettes, 1 pack and play, and our kids are both co-sleeping. That one has never slept in any of those things I have for her. I literally just resold them all. So we had a room nursery kind of set up for her, but not really, because I'm like, I kind of know that we're not going to be able to separate. Yeah, like, got separation anxiety from both of them because they're both sleeping still. And I knew I wanted to breastfeed too, so that was another thing on top of it, which I know it was just easier to not feed them apart. Yeah, right. So actually prepared. Nursery, there was a nursery, new flooring put on, walls painted twice because we got the wrong color the first time. But that's then a room that I had a water birth with her too. Okay. I planned for water birth for both of them. Just because pain relief.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was good setup, except for both.
Did you buy your tub or did you rent?
Our midwife actually had a couple that she kept on rotation because she had about 4 births every month.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. She had her, and then she had a midwife for the backup.
Gotcha. Okay.
But we only saw her once before the actual birth, but they were always there so once for mom, once for baby.
Gotcha.
For the birth.
Okay.
But going into it, I was pretty prepared. Like, every time there were like questions, I'm like, I know about informed consent. I know basically as much as I could. Yeah, in the moment. We already knew her gender going into it. Found out pretty early on. So just going into birth, it was. I mean, the only thing that's the unpredictable part for me was the actual what's gonna happen, what's it gonna look like situation.
Yeah, right.
Which she was 41 and a half weeks, and he was 42 weeks exactly.
Oh my goodness. So did your midwife have any concerns about you going past 40, or was it just like, yeah, you're doing good, checking on you?
I know that due dates are a guessing game. Yeah. So it was like, I really hope.
Yeah.
And I knew in my mind that it was most likely not going to come on their due date. Right. Most likely not going to come early for the first one for sure.
Yeah.
But let's come early. Let's come on time. None of that. And especially because I got my job, they were really friendly with pregnant women. And so they let me go at 39 weeks, and I'm just sitting at home waiting for this baby to come. Thinking that the baby's going to come any day now. Yeah. It's dropped. I'm kind of getting Braxton Hicks, but it's like nothing. Doing all the things. But she finally came. So I was like, oh, geez.
Okay. Anyway. So when you started to go into labor, did you contact your midwife right away? How did that type of stuff look?
Well, it was multiple days leading up to that, because basically from 40 weeks on, it's like a check-in every day.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because it's the same thing as a hospital. It goes to that like every week, and then past 40 days, it's like every day or every other day, just to see how you're doing. Yeah. And then every week you go actually in. Okay. So I was calling her, and we were talking, and she's like, okay, get as enough rest as you can at this point. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just a waiting game. My mother-in-law had decided to come because she was going to help with afterbirth too, except for she had planned to come on the due date or the day after the due date. Okay. So we were waiting for the whole week and a half.
So not only were you off of work, but then your mother was there. A mother-in-law was there.
Yeah.
Just waiting and waiting.
Yeah, we're waiting. I mean, we're having a good time. Yeah. Because we're just exploring the loop, going out to eat.
Awesome.
I mean, getting more baby stuff. I mean,
I love it.
We're just having a good time.
Yeah.
hanging out with my dog and my cats. She's like, I've never seen anyone more ready for a baby to come because I had so much stuff, so much stuff. The pool was set up. We were
Yeah.
all ready to go, but I mean, the waiting.
Yeah.
And then, so my early labor started at like midnight.
Okay.
And then we had all day to wait because
Yeah.
first birth takes forever.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
hers was 16 hours, but I mean, that's, I feel like a
So
median.
were you woken up by your first contractions, or were you already awake?
Kind of woke up to them, but they were easy enough where a couple hours in, I called her and she's like, yeah, just try to keep sleeping. I mean, it
Yeah.
could go on for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just slept and woke up and slept and woke up. I slept really good that pregnancy. Second one, not so much, but I slept through the night. There was
That's
no
so
waking up at night for my
nice.
first one.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah, so that was nice. And then it took all day. We got a puzzle going on during contractions. I'm sitting on that ball.
Yes.
We had a futon like mattress. I would just get down off the ball onto the mattress, have my contraction, get back up on the ball, do some puzzle. I'm like, I can't do this puzzle. My mother's lap was like, here, focus on this instead while watching a movie, just like trying to distract myself because she wasn't born until evening of that night.
Oh yeah. So it was, what did you say? 16 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, midnight to about 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Did you feel like your home was well set up? Like, I know what, it's really fun to nest for when you have a hospital birth and the baby comes home.
Mm-hmm.
But I think home births are very cool and unique in that you get to kind of just like nest your birthing area. Do you feel like you had it really well set up and you were very comfortable in your space?
Yeah, it was nice not like knowing that I wasn't gonna have to rush it in. Yeah, like there was no stress that I'm gonna have the baby in the car. Like,
Right. Yeah.
I'm preparing to have the baby in my house. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I just that stress of like going wasn't there.
Yeah. I think it's like a hard thing to decide. I want to stay home for as long as possible.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stay home for too long, and just that type of thing. It can be thinker with hospital births, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So at what point did your midwife come?
Good. I think she came back because it wasn't far enough along. I mean, we were moving, but it wasn't like far enough along. I think maybe like 4 or 5 in the beginning. So she had other appointments to do because it was just a rotating thing. So she came once and then came back. And then the second time, those things were actually happening. Okay. And then the second midwife came then shortly after her.
Okay. How did birth go for you? Talk about like end of labor, transitioning, birth.
Yeah.
Early.
I mean, it surprised you.
Yeah.
Like, already, like, oh, that was easy. I mean, not easy, but it wasn't as hard as it was in the moment. I mean, that's a blessing at the point.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was totally like, I didn't really know what to expect at the same time I did because everyone's different. So it's not really something you can plan for.
Right.
But I had taken a couple showers just because you don't want to get in the tub too early because then the pain can subside or it can't work as well.
Right. Yeah.
So by the time you actually get in the water, so my husband had to like fill up the tub and you have to wait until you're further along, like 8, 9 to actually do that because you're going to not want to be in there that long.
Right.
Like mostly just for push.
Okay.
That's why you would want to be in there.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was not fun. I have a picture of my husband. I was going through this and just holding him through, like in contraction.
Yeah.
And
were you standing or were you in the tub?
I was in in that one, I was just my living room.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it was my living room, and then the kids' room is what I called it. Didn't really ever sit there, but she was born in there at least. But toilet, is always a great time for sitting on there.
Yeah.
So we sat in there, but then it was time to get ready, get in the tub. Yeah. And for me, I didn't like the aspect of a stranger in the hospital kind of thing, but it was still first. Yeah, Rowdy, go get the water in my bag. Go find it. But originally, I didn't want a lot of people in my room. Right? I wanted it to kind of just be like me and my husband, and it did not happen necessarily like that. I mean, you got to get checked every so often too, especially in the water. But my water hadn't broken yet either. Okay. My waters broke like shortly before my kids were born.
Yeah. Okay.
It was my mother-in-law was in there. My mom was in there taking pictures. They were crying. I was screaming. I'm like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was definitely the part in transition where I'm like, I can't do this. I'm
Yeah.
done.
Oh.
This baby's staying in.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
the end. And that's transition.
Right.
But it's like, I'd rather be done with that. Thanks.
Yeah.
But
I mean, she came pretty quick when we actually, like, it was 10 centimeters. My water broke when I was pushing.
okay.
And she came out pretty quick. And my mom actually got pictures of right after she was born on me. And I'm like, her hair. Cute.
And my baby's here, like the shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, then we wait for the placenta to come out. We had delayed cord clamping. Yeah, all the things basically. But then I basically went into, my husband was end up holding her, and then I went in the shower. My mom showered me off, and then I got to go right into bed after that.
That's so nice. Did you deliver the placenta in the tub too?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I actually kept mine and did bury it until 2 years later.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So they actually, their placentas got buried at the same time, and then they're at my parents' house with apple trees over them.
Oh, that's
So that they can always
sweet.
go there.
How cool.
Yeah.
How cool. What a great idea.
Yeah. Well, when I was doing social work.
Yeah.
So I actually found out I was pregnant with her going into my last year of social work for my
Okay.
bachelor's
Okay.
degree. And so I didn't finish it then. I finished it later. But
Yeah.
we read this book about, probably going to mess up the culture, but one of the cultures that the book was referencing, they kept their placentas and they kept it under like their door. I don't remember necessarily the reason why, but it was like a blessing kind of thing.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so that kind of stuck with me. I mean, I didn't want to do it for necessarily that cultural reason, but I
Yeah.
wanted to keep it. I debated about eating it, but I didn't really want to spend the money to get it in camp.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm
Yes.
like, I know I want to keep it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like I have to take it home with me like
Right.
a hospital birth. Like, we literally put it
right there.
Yeah, I got to see it.
Yeah.
They showed me all the things. I was
Yeah.
very interested.
Okay.
I might want to be a midwife in the future, but it's like nursing school or something like that.
That's the hard thing about midwifery is you have to go to nursing school and then
Yeah, do
go to
even
school.
more after
So
that.
it's a long haul if you're kind of like starting over career.
Yep.
wise. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a potential idea in the
Yeah.
future is like, but I like the babies aspect more of it, but I like the learning and all the different
Yeah.
things that can
Yeah.
happen, like different
Right.
story every time.
Yeah.
So I kept my placenta. We got to look at it, put it in the freezer basically right away, and then
Yeah.
right into my bed after the shower, and we get to sleep for 5 hours after the newborn exam and everything.
Yeah.
Got tucked into bed and went to sleep because it was night too.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
It was about 10, 11
And I'm
o'clock.
sure you were tired. So
Yeah,
it's just
it was an
like,
all day labor waiting for a week and a half. Like, it's the nicest thing about work, I think. It's just you actually get to sleep after you give
yes. Yeah. And not have all these
Yeah.
people coming in.
There's
and
no noises.
just
You
lights
really
and
go to bed.
yeah.
Had baby in bed with me. Like,
Gosh. That sounds so lovely.
Yeah.
Did your midwife check you for tearing?
Yep.
Okay.
yeah, it tore with my first one, and not actually with my second one. She was actually bigger.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So any interventions with tearing with your first, or did they just let it?
No, it was, I think, a 2.
Okay.
So it was my option to
Okay.
get sewed up or not. And she's like, I can sew you up, or you have to stay in bed for all 7 days. And I'm like, I will stay
I'll
in this
stay in
bed
bed.
because I'm not. I
Yeah.
know that stitching up is basically you're also making more holes because you got to get the right thing. And I'm like, don't do that. If I don't have to, no, I will stay in this bed. Thanks.
And what a good excuse too to just
Yeah.
stay in bed.
And I mean, with first kid too, it's like,
You know,
I have nothing else to do.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll just stay in this bed. I mean, my mother-in-law brought me food. My husband brought me food. My mom came over afterwards. So it's like,
Did your mother-in-law stay for a while?
she stayed for 3 more days because she had planned to be out there for 2 weeks.
Oh,
And a week and a half went by and there was no babies. But she was able to stay for the couple weeks after that. And then we actually went, so she lives in North Carolina.
okay.
So we actually I was able to go visit her 3 months after Everly was born.
Oh, that's so nice. Did you fly out there?
Yeah, by myself though.
That's probably
When it was the first time flying by myself. With the baby and all the things that come
Yes.
with it.
Yeah.
I literally like, it's car seat, it's the stroller, it's the and everything. She was just in my lap too, but it was really nice just to use a carrier
Yeah.
into the airport,
Yes.
check everything, and
Yeah.
it was really
That's it.
good experience for doing that.
Yeah.
Could have been way worse, but I mean, when they're baby, great time to travel with them.
Yes, right. Because they just stay here.
Even when she was 9 months old, we did another one by ourselves. And I mean, that one was still, she slept the whole way there, basically there, back in the plane.
Nice. Yeah.
So, I mean, that's also ideal. Toddler,
Not so.
not so much. Or when there's two of them, because we went on another one just in May when he was 6 months old or so. And she was there, but they both want to be on top.
Yes. Yes. And
So-
move also.
Yeah, and of course, me and my husband weren't sitting next to each other. And they were both
How was postpartum with your first?
at the time, I think it was good.
Okay.
I mean, looking back, probably had a little bit of postpartum depression, but I also had anxiety and depression going into it. So it's like,
Okay.
I mean, in being in school and being a little bit 2020
Yeah. Right.
in the spring, and trying to navigate finishing school and everything, like it was a little stressful.
Yeah.
But I mean, overall, it was pretty good. And then she was only 9 months old when we found out we were pregnant,
Okay.
which
Okay.
was planned.
Okay.
But now that we're in the stage where he's that age, I feel like I kind of missed out on her being that age because she had to grow up a little early.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But I wanted two close together, and then I want more that are close together in
Yeah.
the future.
Yeah. That's so sweet. How was pregnancy with your second?
Took lots of naps. I mean, as much as
Yeah.
you could, and it's nice with the toddler. At least
Yeah.
she likes to nap. Him not so much.
Oh. Yeah.
But from the beginning, I'm basically like we're napping all the time.
Yeah.
After he was born. I mean, it was pretty good. Most of the time I was just at the end, especially I was like crying like this better be quick.
Yeah.
That's all I can ask for at this point. Painful? Not really. I can't really ask for that, but I can ask for quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I did throw up with him.
Okay.
I was really surprised when he was a boy. So we had the second grandchild and the third,
Okay.
and a girl and a boy. So we had the first boy. We have another niece that's older.
Okay. Okay.
So it was the first boy grandbaby, which is fun. But I was so convinced it was going to be a girl.
Really?
Yeah. And I had waited to get her a baby doll until we found out what gender he was, and then get her a baby doll to
Oh.
practice with, basically.
Sweet. Okay.
So the day I was sitting in the car in Costco, and I'm like, okay, let's find out. And I'm
Like opened your results on my chart.
yep. And I'm like, can't believe it. So convinced it was going to be a girl. But I was very surprised and grateful that it was a boy. So, and we had picked up names. She does have one of the names, so she has an adaptation of one of the names, but he is the first boy name that we have.
That's so sweet.
Yep, and they're both named after my brother-in-laws.
How cool.
Yeah, and my next girl name has one after my sister. I mean, my brother's a little harder to name, especially for the name that I kind of have.
Okay. Okay. So did you, when you were planning your home birth with the second, did you plan to have her?
Yeah, so my mom is only 5 minutes away.
Okay.
And so, and I mean, she's kind of picky about who she goes to. And so I was kind of planning for, especially if it was during the day, she'd go to my mom's house.
Okay.
But literally, if it was going to be at night, I had no plan because she's never done that. Still hasn't.
Gotcha. Right. Okay.
So that was my biggest issue. We're just going to have to play it.
Play by ear.
Yeah. So I ended up going into labor with him at 2 a.m. or a little bit before.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 2 a.m. went into labor. And of course, my husband's not there. He's in the military, so he's in Los Cities. But we were 2 weeks past our due date, and he had to go as like a requirement for him to go
Okay.
unless something actually happened.
Oh my gosh.
But my mother-in-law was staying with us because she came up for the birth again. But she had planned to come a week late
Okay.
because she's like,
Based on last.
yeah, we're gonna just plan so I can be there for longer.
Yeah.
So I didn't really want to wake her up, but I mean, it's too late at this point. I'm like, we better hope this thing is it.
Yeah.
And I had to do a lot more stuff to get that baby out of me.
Okay.
I had to do all the curb walking, all the pumping. I had to take a castor oil cocktail twice.
No way.
Yep. And enema twice. Like we're on the verge of doing Foley.
Oh, wow.
We had
Okay.
planned to do it on Friday.
Okay.
But you need 2 midwives just in case something happens or I don't know. necessarily why, but you have to have 2 midwives
Okay.
there when they do that
Okay.
to get labor going and everything.
Yeah.
Because I was barely dilated. Still then. And then following day, Saturday, that's when I actually go into labor at 2 a.m. So basically just scared the baby out of me. We were at a point where if I didn't go that weekend, it was going to be time that I was going to have to go into the hospital. On Monday, I was in my head like, we're going to have to go get an induction if this baby is not out by then.
Okay.
So scaring these babies out of me.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to the hospital.
So yeah, 2 a.m. like was full on straight into labor right away.
Okay.
Called my midwife, tried to call my husband, did not answer because he didn't have his phone on. So for a couple hours, still couldn't get a hold of him. I couldn't get a hold of him until 5 o'clock.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I had called my mom because I didn't really want to wake my mother-in-law up. I'm like, hey mom, I'm in labor. I need you to come help or something.
Yeah.
Come wake my mother-in-law up.
Yeah.
She ended up waking up because I put out Bluey in our living room. I'm sitting on the couch laboring, and I called my midwife again because I called her beginning. She's like, okay, we'll talk in like an hour or so.
Yeah.
And I had to call her again. I'm like, things are ramping up. I think things are happening. And I don't even know what time she got there. 4 or 5 -ish.
Okay.
My mom's there. My mother-in-law's there.
Okay.
We finally get a hold of my husband at 5. And we just have him on FaceTime because it takes 2.5 hours
For him to get home. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's on FaceTime the entire time.
Did he stay there or did
No,
he's
he actually answered. I'm like, calling multiple times. Like, hey, okay, call again. Why aren't you answering? No voicemails, I don't think. But I'm like, or maybe I did. I don't know. There was just, I'm like, why? Of course, this is the day.
Yeah.
I mean, he had left Thursday, and he was going to be gone through Sunday.
Oh my God.
But he's like, if anything happens, I've already informed people that this is going to happen, potentially.
Yeah. Right.
And of course, did have the phone. But on the phone, he got here in record time though. But it's basically, I was like ready to go basically when my midwife got there at 4 or 5.
Okay.
Like I'm
so it was really
almost
quick.
at 10, but my water is bulging. It won't pop. But I'm in like full labor, like pushing almost.
Yeah.
For the whole time. Yeah, she's
Wow.
like, oh, yeah, you're ready to go. And I had gotten even in the pool already. Like, I was, on the phone. My husband, my mom was taking care of my daughter in the room because, I mean, it's early in the morning.
Yeah.
Can't go anywhere. You can't take him anywhere. I mean, she could have brought him back to her house, but she kind of wanted to be there too.
Yeah.
And
Right.
kid wants to sleep. We don't know how long this would be. Yeah, but he got there. I had to move out of the pool because my water was breaking. Yeah. So crazy time. Water wouldn't break in the pool. Midwife's like, let's go sit on the toilet again. Let's walk. I'm full on pushing the whole time.
Oh my goodness.
If my water won't pop, I'm like, it will hurt even more if we pop my water, right? And it's gonna hurt even more. Like, just keep repeating that.
Yeah.
Because full in transition, like the whole everything. Went to the bathroom, went to walk, and then we went into my bedroom because a little bit better positions. They can kind of see what's going on more.
Yeah.
I didn't ideally really want to be on there. I'm not a huge fan of on your back. Yeah. So I was kind of trying to be on my side, like trying to twist, trying to not be on my back. Just I know kind of the birth physics kind of situation.
Right, yeah.
Husband makes it with 5 minutes to spare. He gets there. My mother-in-law was holding my hand and had the video chat, so he was there basically the whole time, just on video chat.
Yeah.
I had wanted this one to be like more intimate, like kind of wanted more the first time.
Yeah.
Did not happen because it was spare. So my mother-in-law was my rock, and then I had my husband. And then he gets there, my water breaks over my midwives in my room, in my bed, because I hadn't planned to give birth on my bed. Yeah. So it was my regular sheets. There wasn't even like really towels down or anything. So breaks, baby comes out like a couple of minutes later and shoots out. And because I'm either on my side or my back, I'm not entirely sure. Shocked. And I grab the baby and stand up in shock. And they're like, no, sit down. What are you doing? Just in shock, like grabbing my baby and standing up. And crazy. And then my placenta shoots out noticeably.
Wait.
Yeah, because probably the momentum and standing up, they're like, I've never seen a placenta come out so fast. So then we also froze that one too. And didn't do that until, I mean, literally this spring.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
That's when we actually got the trees and planted them at my parents'. So, because we've moved from the house where we had both the kids.
Oh,
Just this year.
yeah.
So we knew we were gonna move, so my parents
Just
have stayed there. So we're like,
yeah.
these are your trees. And then also at my mother-in-law's, my husband, when we were out there in May, bought trees there to have for our kids too. So at both the grandparents'
Wow.
houses, they have their own trees.
Trees. That is so special.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. And then right after birth too, got cleaned up. I didn't really get to see the check-in and everything because
Yeah.
I was in the shower at that point.
Okay.
Because they had to strip the bed, throw everything
yeah,
in the wash,
both.
clean it all.
Yeah.
I ended up multiple months later cleaning all the remaining blood off the floor and the bed frame. I mean, the mattress is still stained with blood, but we got a new mattress, but we still have that one for our guest room. But it's like,
Whatever.
I wasn't planning like that. Literally all over the wall, midwife's face. Not our main midwife, but our other one face got her. I didn't even see it. I just heard a pop just everywhere, baby. Pretty soon after that.
How intense. And that's interesting that you did not tear.
Well, and he
So
is
fast.
90th percentile head. He was 9.5 pounds.
Oh,
And my first was 8'1".
Okay.
And he was an extra 3-4 days after she was.
That is so funny.
Yeah, but yeah.
He's like, you're talking about me. How did postpartum go with him?
I mean, my mother-in-law is still there. My husband had off work, which is nice. And right after my birth, my mom took my daughter because she was sleeping and she was tired. But my mom had to really force her kind of to sleep, rock her in the chair, read books, all the things, just to get her to sleep because she'd never done that before, basically.
Yeah, right.
And my husband went away. He went to go do something else. And my mother-in-law went somewhere else. So it's just me and him in the bed. We got to sleep for 5 hours.
Oh, sweet.
But before that, actually, she got to meet the baby right after he was born.
Yeah.
And she was like, we have pictures. They're so cute.
I bet.
Yeah. And she took it there was no jealousy or anything
Oh,
for
that's
her.
so sweet.
So that's really nice. I mean, we're just now getting into the fighting. Not
Right.
necessarily any jealousy, but fighting over things. We got a lot of trading to do. But I mean, they're only 17 months apart.
Yeah.
So they're big, and I mean, almost the same size.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, he's 90th percentile and she's 30s, but they're both very early toddlers.
Yeah.
Because she was basically a toddler at 10 months, same with him, 9-10 months, toddler.
Yeah.
He's full on talking already.
I love it. He's ready to
And
grow
walk, yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That big smile.
So that was, I mean, postpartum was good. I mean, 2 kids on her too.
Is a lot.
She was turning 18 months that month, 2 weeks later.
Okay.
So I mean, she's still very much a baby.
yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like I missed out on parts of her this age more so.
Yeah.
But having them close together, I mean, I think
It's
is
so fun too.
they get to grow up together basically.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you want your children to know about your journey to becoming their mother?
Basically that I wanted them and we planned for them.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't the most financially ready or what actually parenthood is like from morning sickness and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or anything perception in movies. Not real. I mean,
Yeah.
you actually have to talk to other mothers and be and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of feels like drowning half the time. I don't know what we're doing. None of us know what we're
No,
doing.
we don't.
But I wanted them. They were both planned. We both were this is time.
Yeah.
I mean, they came only a couple months after we had started trying, kind of.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But also, at the same time, I was surprised both times because
Really?
I'm a very avid pregnancy tester.
Okay.
But both times I had left it in the bathroom this is a positive. For hers, I actually had to dig it out of the trash an earlier one because I had taken one, just set it on the bathtub and went on with my day. And later looked at it and saw positive. And I'm like, I did a test a couple days ago. What? Dug it out of the trash and it was positive. And then I called my husband at his work where he's on a work feed and he put me on speaker or something. And I'm like, I'm pregnant. And he was working at a church at the time. So they all knew, like, and we were only like 4 weeks pregnant too.
Yeah.
And then similar with him, my husband was gone actually out of the state.
Okay.
And I called him like, we're pregnant. He's like, okay. And then I actually kept it for my family for like 2 whole days, which I mean, it's crazy because last time it was like the same day. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm coming over to your house. And they're like, okay. And my mom, like telling her, my mother-in-law, we told her over the phone. And then one of my grandparents, we told them as well.
Yeah.
Same day as we found out really early on.
Yeah.
And then second, we waited a couple days. I actually was with my mom, my sister, and my brother for a whole day to tell them, and I was bursting to try to keep it because I hadn't seen my husband until after that day too. So I'm like, we're kind of pulled together ish.
Gotcha.
I had like a onesie for her, but it was just more of the announcement part. It was like, when I stop frying, then they're actually there. And it's like, so yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, this was fun.
This is super fun.
Yeah, I love this. I love this idea.
Yeah.
I really love hearing other people's birth stories.